guys, this was something that was requested by people who have been following me for a while on Instagram. If you have been following me, you know that I recently moved, well, not so recently, a couple months ago now. I moved from Tokyo to the Hyogo area, and at that time I was apartment hunting and showing the different apartments that we were looking at. And some of you wanted to know which apartment we eventually ended up choosing. I just want to put a disclaimer out there that this is by no means flexing or showing by any means the standard of apartment that you should expect when you come to Japan. Like any country you go to, there's going to be some various differences. The living costs in Hyogo are much lower, so you can maybe expect to get bigger apartments for around the same price. I ended up choosing a more quirky apartment in the sense that the building is quite old, but they renovated the room itself so that it has a more modern feel. What really attracted me to this apartment was the amount of light that it gets during the day. This is something that I really prioritize. So if you are curious to know which apartment I ended up choosing, please keep watching. So first I'm going to take you into the entryway or foyer. This is called the Genkan in Japanese. As you may know, you don't normally wear your shoes in the apartments, so I make sure I have plenty of space for all our shoes. I also picked up a full-length mirror so that you can check yourself before you leave the house. So off with the shoes and on with the slippers. Right in the front I keep things ready for disposal because it's pretty strict. To the right of the Genkan is the other side of the apartment. Straight ahead is the toilet, or toire as they say in Japanese. It's a little bit more old-fashioned than maybe you'll find in some other apartments, as there is no washlet. It's just a typical old-style toilet and a little bit cold in the winter, to be frank. Next is the sink area, or the senmenjo. These areas typically don't have a lot of counter space, so I bought things like these racks and baskets to keep everything in order. Most apartments don't come with a washing machine, so be prepared to pay for your own. Attached to my senmenjo is the bath, or ofuro, or shower. This bath is older, but it does have an automatic function to allow it to reheat hot water in the bathtub. From the bathroom, we go across to the bedroom. It is the second biggest room in the apartment, and like every other room in the apartment, it faces the same direction, getting lots of light during the day. This room is flooring and not tatami, so we stay on a bed instead of futon. Also, just in case you thought that my bed is weird, it does have a heated blanket underneath, which gives it that weird pattern. This room has one closet with kind of locker room metal doors. So far, I've only put clothes. Next, it's back through the Genkan and into the main kitchen, living, and dining room area. This is where you get that LDK acronym when you're apartment hunting in Japan. Because in a lot of apartments, you're going to have your living, dining room, and kitchen area all in one room. I like to think I've kept my concept simple, lots of white, black, gray, beige. What I find really gives away this apartment's age is the video phone. It's not really a video phone, it's just a phone to answer the doorbell, but you can't really see anything and you just have to allow them to come up. We really lucked out getting a kitchen with a really big porcelain sink. I often get asked this, but I picked this up on Amazon, which I put together myself. It's where I can keep my rice cooker. There's space for rice storage, a drawer for all my tea and coffee, and an extra cabinet that you can adjust the shelving for things like drinks. My next pride and joy is my sofa. I got this from Nitori, which is basically like the IKEA of Japan, or IKEA. Probably my most favorite part about this sofa is that it pulls out and can turn into a sofa bed, as well as extra storage for cushions and pillows in case you have people come over to stay. When it's time for everyone to leave, putting away is just as easy. Right outside our living area is our balcony. This is where I predominantly hang laundry and where we keep our air conditioning unit. From the living room is the entrance to the additional room, as this is a 2 LDK, which means it has technically 2 bedrooms. As we are still only 2 people, we're just using it as storage for now. Unlike the other bedroom, this room has a Japanese-style closet, which is actually really helpful for storage. Japanese-style closets, or oshiire, have sliding doors, so it's really easy to have lots of space that goes really deep, yet you can still have very easy access to everything that you may need. All the other things that I need to organize, I keep on either hangers or color boxes. For these sunglasses rack, I actually got this idea from Charla, or Charmander, which I got from her video organizing from the dollar store. Another buy that I put together myself from Amazon is this Vanity, which I use practically every day. I think everything else for storage came from either IKEA or Nitori. That's all to this video. I hope you enjoyed this apartment tour. If you have any other questions, feel free to comment down below. Otherwise, it'd be great if you subscribe, and you can add me on my other social media as well. You can follow me on Instagram at maplesushi, as well as Twitter at sweetmaplesushi. Thanks guys, and we'll see you in the next one.